What's going on, everyone? So the Los Angeles Lakers finally got a huge break with the Sacramento Kings losing to the New York Knicks. All these other teams keep selling to like the Phoenix Suns and Sacramento, and Denver's getting smacked, and it's wild to me. But nonetheless, right, I still fully believe that one, if not multiple, of these teams are going to fall enough for the Lakers if they handle their business. They win the games that they need to win. Will overtake somebody. I think all the cards are kind of lining up for the Lakers to jump somebody into that eighth seed. Right now, the Lakers are only half a game behind Sacramento, so they're there, right? Sacramento later today has a game against the Boston Celtics that they should lose, right? Boston should handle business. I do have a little concern that Boston kind of rests guys now because they've clinched the number one seed throughout. So they have home court all the way through the finals. So do they start resting guys like Kristaps Porzingis, right? I'm not saying that they're going to sit all five starters the entire way, but do they kind of maybe rest Kristaps and Brown this game, and then next game they rest Tatum and White, and then the next game they rest Drew Holiday and Horford. Just start kind of the core guys just going like, hey, we could lose every game the rest of the way and we still have the one seed. It doesn't matter, right? So that's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. But I do think Boston, even let's say they did sit Porzingis, I still think that they could beat the Sacramento Kings, or they should beat Sacramento. But we'll see. Time will tell. At the end of the day, look, the Lakers, they have to do their job. They have to handle business. They have to make sure that they are winning games. Lakers got 5 games left at the time of recording this video, and they have to win minimum, in my opinion, 4 of them. I'd love for the Lakers to win all 5 games. Love for the Lakers to just kind of sweep these 7 games of April. That would be beautiful. Lakers are 8-1 in the last 9. So if you could do that, I do think that the Lakers could potentially win outright. If that happens, then I, without a doubt, believe that the Lakers end up being the 7th, 8th seed, maybe potentially fall into that 6th seed. Again, I don't want people to get their hopes up. Statistically speaking, yes, the Lakers could get into the 6th seed. I mean, technically, the Lakers could get into the 5th seed. But it's one of those things, if it happens, great. If it happens, we're going to be pumped. We'll talk about it. We'll be excited. It'll be good things. But I just think it's one of those things don't get your hopes up. Don't hold your breath, because there's just so many things that have to fall into place for the Lakers to have that happen, right? Because you have several teams ahead of us that they have tiebreakers. So we have to finish at least a full game ahead of all those teams. But as long as you get into that 7th or 8th spot, I think the Lakers will be in good shape. I think they'll handle business, get into the playoffs. We'll see who they end up playing. Also, I know a lot of people don't want the Lakers to play Denver in the first round. So maybe the 6th seed isn't the best option, because Denver could potentially end up, fall into the 3. The problem is that the way that everything's shaping up with that 1 through 3 fight, as well as, the basically 5 through 10, more so, I think 6 through 10. The more that things are shaping up, the more it's very likely going to come down to probably the last game of the season for all of these teams. So teams are going to be battling without a doubt. I also think the Lakers are in really good shape because almost all the teams ahead of us that we need to catch all play each other still. And in some cases play each other multiple times. So this is good for the Lakers, because this means that somebody's going to lose those games. Somebody's going to drop some games, right? I keep talking about how I believe the Lakers control their own destiny. And I've had people kind of push back with that and go, how can the Lakers control their own destiny when, they're in 9th and these other teams have to basically drop? And it's because, again, some of these teams have to play each other, which means somebody's going to lose. Some team is going to lose 2, 3, maybe even more games the rest of the way. One of these teams are going to, because again, somebody has to win the matchups that they play. Now, if the Lakers do what they're supposed to do and win 4 out of their next 5 games, then I fully believe and expect that the Lakers will leapfrog somebody because, again, guys are going to end up losing. So Lakers need to handle their business. If they handle their business, they're going to end up in that 7th or 8th, maybe even better. Now, perfect world, again, you go 5-0. Realistically speaking, I think the Lakers drop one of the Cavs or Minnesota games. I just think it's a tough back-to-back. Can the Lakers beat them both? Absolutely, right? Would I be surprised if they did? Absolutely not, right? Like, the Lakers can and maybe should do that. But again, you're two teams that are playing for something that really need the wins, just like the Lakers, and you're playing them back. If there was like a day or two in between the games, then I'd actually be very confident the Lakers win it. But it's just like, you got to imagine that Cavs game. Lakers are probably not going to, I'm not saying they can't or they won't, but more likely than not, it's not going to be some crazy blowout where the Lakers are going to get to rest everybody in the 4th against the Cavs. And then, so you more likely than not have a hard-fought game against Cleveland and then got to go jump into what may likely be a hard-fought game against the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's just tough. Again, can the Lakers do it? Absolutely. But the two games that the Lakers just cannot afford to lose are the Warriors and Pelicans, right? Like, one, the Warriors just keep winning and are still right on our tail, right? We're only a game at the time of recording this video, game and a half ahead of them. If the Warriors lose a couple games between now and the time we play them, then we may end up being in good shape. But even still, we need to win every game possible, right? I believe that the Lakers need to win these 2 games regardless. But from the Warriors standpoint, if the Lakers beat the Warriors, then they're good because that would give them a full game on Golden State. And, unless the Lakers just go on some losing streak in these next 5 games, then they should that game should basically put the Warriors away and keep the Lakers ahead of them and give them tiebreakers and all the things that the Lakers need. So I'm not worried about the Warriors if the Lakers beat them coming up. The Pelicans, the way that they are sinking right now, it is very possible that final game against the Pelicans is what could be the difference between us getting the 7th, 8th seed, maybe even the 6th seed, depending on how these other teams shape up. But more likely than not, like I said, the 7th or 8th seed, right? Like, if the Pelicans and the Lakers have basically the same record going into that game, and it's like whoever wins gets the nod, well, then the Lakers need to win that game, right? Like, and again, tiebreakers and all that stuff. Or if, like, say the Pelicans have a 1-game lead on the Lakers, right? Let's say the Pelicans are at 47 wins, right? And they get this would be 48 wins, right? And if the Lakers get this, it'll be 40, or more likely, let's say 47, 46, 47, right? And if the Lakers win this, then the Pelicans and the Lakers would both finish with 47 wins. Well, the Lakers would have the tiebreaker, so they would jump them. So these 2 games are going to be incredibly important and incredibly crucial for the Lakers, right? And these are 2 teams that, again, need to fight, that need to win games as badly as the Lakers do, right? Warriors are trying to catch everybody just like the Lakers are. And the Pelicans are trying to avoid the play-in and avoid, falling even further, maybe even potentially in that 8th or 9th, right? Like, I've said it for a couple weeks now, right? And you're starting to see it with the Pelicans here, right? Like, I've said it. The Lakers are one team going on an extended losing streak from being in the 8th seed. It's just so tight right now with this race between the 6 through 10 or even the 5 through 10. It is just so tight that any team that drops 2, 3, 4 games, it's over for them. That's it, right? So the Lakers, 1, could use a little bit of luck, right? 2, could, use some breaks from several of these teams. But more than anything, just handle your business. Go out, win the games. You win the games that you're supposed to win. You go and you do your job, and you close this last 5-game stretch strong. you're going to end up in the 8th seed because, again, these teams are going to lose. Pelicans are going to lose more games. They have a tough schedule. The Sacramento Kings are going to lose more games. By the end of the day today, the Lakers could be tied with Sacramento, which means the Lakers only have to win one more game than Sacramento the rest of the way. And they finish 8th, right? Because you got to remember, Sacramento has the tiebreaker. So the Phoenix Suns still, I believe, are going to drop a couple games, right? The Lakers could end up in the 7th seed. Like I said, it's still possible that they get the 6th seed, although, again, don't get your hopes up on it. But the Lakers just have to do their end. They hold up their end of the deal, then everyone else will hold up their end, and all things will be good, and we'll be celebrating that the Lakers are not having the 9th or 10th. I know it's frustrating that, like, the Lakers are just, they've been amazing for basically 2.5 months now, and they're still the 9th seed. It's crazy. They've gotten no traction at all. And it's because the West just keeps winning also, right? Like, again, the Knicks did their job, but for the most part, the East has not done a good job of beating anybody in the West. And that's been a big part of it. But it's just so tight. But Lakers handle business. They do their job. I fully expect them in the position that they need to be in. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? Do you agree? Disagree? Somewhere in between? All right, Phil, what your thoughts are? I'd love to hear it. Let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Helps me enjoy these types of videos. Truly appreciate it. Not subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.